Hi everyone, today's dessert, apples. And this right here is a no crust, easy apple pie. Listen, I wanted apple pie, but I didn't have any pie crust. I didn't want my daughter Abby to have to make any, so this is what I found. As always, this is real simple to make, so let's get to it. First up, ingredients. We need 4 apples, nice baking apples. We also need some vanilla, some flour, sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, and that's pretty well going to be it. Everything's put aside, so let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to peel our apples. So I got Abby's handy dandy apple peeler. So the idea is you kind of put the apple on the skewers. I got 2 bowls, one for the peels, one for the apple. And there's a blade on the end. You keep twirling. And look at that. It just peels the apple. I just wish I had one that cored too. I have seen those. But anyway, once we're done with that, and we've got most of it peeled, enough to work with, I just got to clean everything up. There's our 4 apples. We'll put them aside because we still got a little bit of work to do with them. Now we've got to take each one and kind of cut the apple out of the core, or cut the core out of the apple, either which way. But we need apple pieces for this sort of apple pie. And we're chopping them up into nice bite-sized pieces like that. And here's the end product, just like that. By the way, make sure you're using a sharp knife. We need a square pan. We're just going to spray it up with cooking spray. In goes our apples. Should cover the bottom like that. So if you got a bigger pan or smaller apples, you might need another apple. Cinnamon. Calls for a tablespoon of cinnamon. I'm not sure if I got a tablespoon or not. I got enough for me because I love cinnamon. So we coated all the apples. Let's put this aside now. I'm not going to dirty another bowl, so I can use this. So in goes half a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and half a cup of milk, which I forgot to tell you, you do need milk. And I probably could have put 3/4 of a cup of milk too. Vanilla's next, about a teaspoon-ish. And then we mix all this up. So in goes our flour, 1 cup, that's all it takes. And we mix everything together. And then we forget that we haven't put our baking powder in, and that's a teaspoon. Let's put that aside. It's all nice and mixed. Bring out our apples. Here's the easy part. This is what I liked about it. Just pour it over the apples. No muss, no crust, no having to make a crust or anything. It's my kind of an apple pie. I guess in the end it ends up being kind of a cross between an apple pie and an apple cake. I still got to work on the finished product to get it to come out a little more crustier. But anyway, we're going to pat down our mixture and apples just to kind of even it out. There. Let's get her in the oven, uncovered, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And when we're done, we take it out of the oven, and no, it didn't just come out of the oven. I let it cool for about 30 minutes. So let's get a piece and try it out. I'm going to cut the whole thing right now into pieces for everyone, but let's get our plate out and pull out a piece. Come on. Now, the nice thing is it comes out in like one big piece. So you don't really have to worry about it falling apart like you might have to be a little careful with pie. So, I always have a thing with the first pieces coming out, but this one comes out pretty clean. So there you have it. A no crust, easy apple pie. I think you'll like this one. And right now, I'm going to dive into that piece. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.